Right, buddy, welcome back to the latest Manchester United news. Now, in this video, we'll be talking about the latest on Manchester United rejecting the Amazon Prime documentary. We have an update on the striker situation at Manchester United and also some other interesting updates which we will talk about. So don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe if you are new, and let's get into it. Now, let's start off by talking about the documentary talks. We've also got some news on some money Manchester United are going to generate from sales as well. But Manchester United, so this was the tweet that came out from David Ornstein. Manchester United and secret talks of a record-breaking Amazon series deal for well in excess of £10 million off the months of dialogue. Ruben Amorim opposed and Manchester United aligned on final decision. Football, commercial and timing reasons. So that was all that came out now. Ruben Amorim made it clear he was not comfortable with the prospect of the Amazon series being an intrusion upon the first team. Obviously, this sort of documentary was a kind of supported by the likes of Ineos and Barada as a good way to kind of make Manchester United ultimately a bit of money. And listen, it's quite surprising United didn't accept this. I mean, it probably did come from Ruben Amorim, like, being consistent and backing it down, because typically Manchester United would have done anything for a bit of money, and £10 million is a lot of money just for a documentary. I mean, it's crazy. But listen, I think it makes a lot of sense. Amorim thought it could distract the progress of the first team, which again makes a lot of sense. I mean, it would have been an absolute disaster to do this next season. I mean, imagine the season had just gone. They recorded it. We finished 15th. Ten Hag, you keep Ten Hag, he gets sacked. You bring in Ruben Amorim midway into the season. After 6 months, usually like Europa League final, it would have been a shambles from start to finish if we did do this. So I'm happy that we haven't. Thanks to Ruben Amorim, to be honest. The fact that he put his foot down, does help Manchester United a lot, to be honest. But that's the latest on that. In terms of overall thoughts, I mean, it just shows United are not in that position to be making documentaries, to be honest. I think Manchester United are a club at the moment who are just trying to find out where we are. Like, there's a lot going on behind the scenes, a lot of issues at Manchester United at the moment. And I think just having lots of cameras there 24/7, I just don't think it would have helped Manchester United at this current moment. And we would be exposed. I mean, yes, I see people saying like, oh, if you were to put the cameras in, you would expose Manchester United. But I just don't think we need that as a club at the moment. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the striker situation. Now, Manchester United have been offered the chance to sign Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Jamie Vardy and Callum Wilson. It is expected that United will only advance on these deals, if at all, towards the end of the window if they do not get any of their top targets. A new striker remains a possibility for Manchester United if they are able to clear space within the squad. Manchester United have been keeping tabs on Fiorentina's Moise Kean, who has a €52 million release clause that can be triggered until the 15th of July, so a week from today. The club has also been offered the chance to sign several free agents: Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Jamie Vardy, Callum Wilson. Listen, the striker situation is really frustrating at the moment, because Manchester United we knew before the transfer window started how important it was to sign a striker. It was the number one priority. It was the signing that we needed the most. And Manchester United have just struggled to get this signing done. And it is frustrating, don't get me wrong. I think a striker is a player that we need. But I think the main thing that's blocking it as well, the reason why we're seeing Arsenal advance on Gyökeres, is the fact that United haven't been able to get rid of any players, whether that is as simple as selling Rashford for £40 million or was not, if obviously not that simple, or selling a Sancho or an Anthony or a Garnacho or someone to generate some sort of money in that attacking department where you can bring players in. Like, that is probably the thing that is doing United over the most. As I said, if we end up with Calvert-Lewin, Vardy or Callum Wilson, with all due respect, like, this club is in the mud, and we've kind of know that for time. I mean, they're three players I'd rather have Højlund. Yes, Jamie Vardy did Premier League great, and what he's done with Leicester was fantastic, but he's almost 40 years old. Callum Wilson, injury-prone striker, again, free agent, but no note. And Dominic Calvert-Lewin, again, a striker you don't want at Manchester United because injury-prone, inconsistent. Like, these are not the sort of signings Manchester United should be making in 2025. Like, and it just shows, even with Ineos, the Glazers, and whoever's still running that club, to even consider these sorts of players is very, very poor. There's nothing against them personally. They're just not good enough to play for Manchester United. And what we need right now is not those sorts of players. Now, the next two things I want to talk about. Sources at Camp Nou believe Rashford would potentially be willing to join on a reduced salary, if not on loan. So again, could Rashford be going to Barcelona on loan? Hopefully, that's something that does kind of develop. He's a decent player. On the Moise Kean stuff, again, he was someone who was mentioned in that article. He has a £45 million, which, as I said earlier, was €52 million release clause. Will Manchester United activate it? Probably not. I mean, he is an experienced player. He's been at Everton, Juventus. He's obviously at Fiorentina now. I don't really know I don't know too much about him compared to likes of a Dominic Calvert-Lewin, who obviously I've watched more than Moise Kean, but he certainly is an interesting option. Again, do I think he's good enough? Probably not. And the one thing I've always said, we need a striker who's proven, who's clinical and can come in and bang 20, 25 goals a season. And is Moise Kean that sort of option? Probably not. Yes, again, it's even if we do go out and sign Osman, for example, it's not guaranteed that he would be 20, 25 goals a season, but he is certainly on that radar. Obviously, Anthony Elanga sailed to Newcastle for an initial £52 million. Is expecting to earn Manchester United around £5 million due to a 15% sell-on clause. I mean, that's great for Manchester United. A cheeky £5 million in the pocket, in the bag for doing nothing, and it just shows 15% sell-on clause. I mean, it is crazy. Elanga's gone to Newcastle. I mean, that's 3 Premier League clubs he's played for now. Only 23, and 3 very well-established Premier League clubs in Newcastle United and Nottingham Forest. A good player there, and I think he's probably happy about that move. Obviously, they get in Champions League football. Their project is very, very good as well, and I do wish him all the best. But £5 million, use that money and go get that Mbeumo deal over the line. That should be the thing that United are going to do right now. Now, the last thing I want to talk about is Rasmus Højlund. Now, Roma will come forward to try sign Rasmus Højlund in the next few days. A loan will be needed as his £39 million valuation is too high for them. Hopefully someone takes him. I mean, it's looking like Italy is the most likely destination for him. Whether that's Roma, Napoli, Inter, Juve, can just one of the clubs take Højlund, and it allows us to generate, well, if it's a loan, obviously it won't generate us any money, but just get someone out the door, and then it opens up that door to go out and get a striker. But listen, that's been your morning update. I'm going to try to do it as early as around 10 to 12 in the morning, and then obviously we'll be back in the evening. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. That has been the latest United news. It's frustrating with the striker situation because, again, you just want someone you don't want Calvert-Lewin or these sorts of players. On the documentary, it makes sense to decline it, and obviously let me know your thoughts on the other things that I talked about.